About 14 years after the events of Dead Island, the US military are forced to put Los Angeles under a full quarantine restricted zone due to a new and stronger zombie outbreak. As Los Angeles is being quarantined, 6 individuals, dubbed Slayers, board one of the last evacuation flights out of the city: hustler Bruno, mechanic Carla, retail worker Danny, firefighter-themed stripper Ryan, athlete Amy, and stuntman Jacob. In the confusion, an infected person ends up on board, and the military shoots the plane down. The Slayers narrowly survive the crash but are bitten trying to help some other survivors. They manage to make their way to the home of one of the crash survivors, actress Emma Jaunt, who reluctantly shelters them despite their infection. Sam B., Emma's ex-boyfriend, arrives at the mansion intending to get Emma out of the city, and, revealing he is immune to the infection, the Slayers realize they are also immune. With the Slayers still intent on escaping the city, they head to the nearest evacuation center at the Halpern Hotel, only to find it overrun with infected. They recover a radio and contact Dr. Reuben Reed, a CDC doctor who asks them to come to his safe haven in Santa Monica to use their immunity to synthesize a cure. Sam warns the Slayers not to trust Reed. The Slayers head through the sewers to get to Santa Monica, discovering that the zombie corpses the military have been dumping into the sewers have melded together into a massive, tumor-like growth spreading underneath the city. They are stopped by another group of survivors led by Lola Conrad, who drops the Slayers into a pit full of zombies, temporarily triggering a bestial rage in them, which they use to kill all the zombies. The Slayers manage to reach Reed's haven at the Serling Hotel, where he informs them that the military will not extract them unless they provide proof of immunity, which means using Reed's testing equipment at the overrun CDC HQ. The Slayers recover the equipment and return to discover that Reed and Conrad are acquaintances. The Slayers are then sent to find Reed's missing daughter, Tisha, who is working with a team of hackers investigating mysterious encrypted data being exchanged by the CDC. Tisha gives the Slayers a way to contact Conrad directly in return for them giving her more time to investigate the CDC. Conrad tips the Slayers off about a secret lab where Reed sent other immune subjects. While fighting an infected test subject, the Slayers succumb to their feral instincts and attack Tisha, who apparently kills them, only to be revived by Conrad. She explains that she, her followers, and the Slayers are a new species of humans dubbed Newman, who can assimilate the infection, called the autophage, while retaining their minds, gaining extraordinary abilities such as increased strength, speed, or the ability to enter into a rage of fury, and a telepathic hive mind with other Newmen. Before leaving, she warns the Slayers that Reed is not actually searching for a cure. The Slayers return to the Serling Hotel to confront Reed, only to find that he has fled with Tisha to a lab on Hollywood Boulevard and that he was responsible for the citywide autophage outbreak. Furious at constantly being lied to, the Slayers gather Emma, Sam, and helicopter pilot Patton, intending to steal Reed's helicopter and leave the city. They reach Hollywood Boulevard, where Sam starts succumbing to the autophage, his immunity deteriorating. The Slayers go on ahead and confront Reed, who admits that he released the autophage in the city in order to filter out Newman, explaining that the autophage is not a plague but a clock, fundamental to the human genome that is hard-coded to wipe them all out and turn them into zombies at a predetermined time, but also turn 1 in every million humans into Newman. The Newman, who he considers either anomalies or puppets of the autophage, and the God Blood, were his only way to find a method to neutralize it, which is why, according to his journals, he used a retrovirus carrier of the original pathogen HK to spoof the zero clock state on a smaller scale to create the outbreak and Newman. He gives the Slayers a single dose of autophage cure and reveals that Tisha also carries the remedy in her body as he secretly injected her with Newman blood prior to birth to harvest the cure for the rest of her life. Reed succumbs to the autophage, forcing the Slayers to kill him while Tisha flees. The Slayers return to Sam, Emma, and Patton and administer the cure to the former, saving his life. The Slayers decide to stay behind to find Tisha and help the other survivors trapped in the city. As Emma, Sam, and Patton escape Los Angeles, Conrad and her followers watch over the Slayers as they fight another horde of zombies.